All praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on how all of these women's fake humility, right, is sickening, man, right? And it's going to take them being a lot more humbled before we start to believe their fake crocodile alligator tears, man, right? And I saw this video that our brother posted up from Great Millstone, and it was going into how all of these women are starting to catch hell now. They're starting to realize that their bills are hard to pay and all of these things, and now they're trying to say, oh, I need a man and all that, I need help and all of this, right? And when they're saying I need a man, they're not saying that they want to help the man in any kind of way. This is basically what they're saying, how they're coming with it, man. They're basically saying, okay, my bills are I finally realized that it's hard for me to I don't want to keep on working and paying all of my bills and paying for everything in my life. So now I'm going to give you men out there the special privilege and burden of paying for all of my life, as if they're doing the man a favor by increasing his financial burdens, man, and deducting from his financial situation. It's sickening how these women are going on like they're doing men a favor by allowing a man to pay for all of their bills. Like that's doing him a favor. Like he should just be thanking his lucky stars that he's got to add on to his life a woman's weave bill, a woman's flipping nail salon bill. You know what I mean? All the other madness that she'd be spending their money on, and now he's got to add on all of these other things. But then in all of the ways how these women are talking about all of these things and saying that they want men and all of this thing, they need men and all this, they ain't talking about how they're going to help the man. They're just talking about how they want the man to help them. So that shows that they're not even close to the humility that's been prophesied for them to receive, man. And I'm going to read it. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tingling with their feet. Right? You women have been proud as hell. But now that there's just a few women turning on their TikTok account and hitting record and crying on camera, right? Which that's not real tears, man. If you was really that sad, you wouldn't have time to set up the camera and be all up in the screen crying, man. That ain't real. Right? You women have not even begun to be close to the humility levels. You Israelite women, man, have not even begun to be close to the humility levels for us men of this nation. Excuse me. For us men of this nation to believe that that's real, man. You ain't even close. Excuse me. Walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And Yahweh will discover their secret parts. And Yahweh is exposing a lot of things about you women in general, man. You Israelite women. All the women on the earth. But in particular, you Israelite women. And this is one thing that I've seen from you Israelite women, from a few things that I'm starting to see on the internet, in Babylon the Great in particular, America, man, of you Israelite women, that you thieves, man. You thieves. You're going into stores, removing tags, stealing jeans, stealing all kind of stuff, stealing weave, right? But these will be the same women got the nerve to call men broke and talking about they don't need no man in this, they don't need no man in that, but and faking like they've got money. But the things that they're wearing, a lot of the time will be stolen, man. Yahweh is discovering the secret parts of you women through your TikTok accounts. We're realizing that a lot of you women are harlots, man. A lot of you women are harlots, your 304s, your odalisks, yes, your all the whorish names and adjectives to describe you women. You're all of those, man. In particular, you Israelite women. When a decade and a half ago, right, the woman that was considered and known to be the biggest harlot was the Edomite woman. But skip a decade and a half into the future from like 2005, 2006, and now the Israelite woman is the undisputed champion of that, man. She's the best at that. She's teaching all the other women how to be wicked. And that's why they all got the LaQuisha hand clap, right? They all got the LaQuisha finger point. They all got the black woman sass, demon mindset on them because they're copying Eve. Because even when an Israelite woman's wicked, she's still an Israelite, so her spirit is still got some vibrance to it, man, to where other people are gonna want to copy that. And that's why you've got Suki Hana and Sexy Red getting to be in songs with all the musicians, man. They're getting to be all around it. Even though they can't rap, they're not good at music at all. They're trash. But their wicked ass spirit can still be used to persuade the world. Isn't that something? Because they're Israelites. Verse 18, in that day Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their cords and their round ties like the moon, which really, that's been activated already. Because when you look at the average Israelite woman, right, the average one, not all of them, the average one, they really, as far as my eyes can see, are not attractive, man. They're really not. Now, someone can say, "Oh, you're a sellout, man. You know, you're on them snow bunnies or whatever they want to say. Oh, you like the heathen women and them unwashed dogs and all that. All right, say whatever you want to say about me, bro. But if I'm not attracted to a woman, I'm not dealing with her. So if you got a problem with that, that's your problem, man. No, none of you Jakes out there, you black only type of people and that are gonna be able to try and force us into dealing with women that we're not attracted to, man. That ain't gonna work. That kind of peer pressure ain't gonna work, man. That ain't gonna work, bruv. Right? If an Israelite man ain't attracted to an Israelite woman, he's entitled to get another woman of another nation, right? And the child will come out being an Israelite anyway. And in certain situations where an Israelite man might get a woman that doesn't look like an Israelite, she could actually still be an Israelite anyway. And that's why we as Israelites are forced to be spiritual, because not everyone that looks like Wesley Snipes is going to be an Israelite. And not everyone that looks like Mr. Bean is going to be an Edomite neither. For those of you that know who Mr. Bean is anyway. Verse 19, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers and the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And even though these things have been took away from the Israelite woman to really be able to beautify herself properly, right? She's still proud. Still. The glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink. Now Yahweh already gave certain of these Israelite women a certain stench to them, man. Right? A certain stink to them. And they're still proud. Right? And instead of a girdle event, he's made the average Israelite woman be obese. But they'll say heavy set, or they'll say thick, or they'll say curvy. Right? But that's a damn lie. Because you can be curvy and weigh 120 pounds. You can be curvy and weigh 130 pounds. You can be curvy and weigh 140, 150 pounds, 160 pounds. But when you start getting towards that 200-pound weight range, you're a sumo wrestler build, mate. There ain't nothing curvy about that. There ain't nothing curvy about that. And in order for you to be considered a small woman, right, the man that you're with is going to have to be at least 400 pounds. Because then you'll weigh half what he does. But how many men are walking around that size? Not many. Which means that you women that are around that 200-pound range, you're too damn big, man. But you don't want to hear that. But you'll be quick to tell a man he's broke, though. You'll be quick to look at a man's pockets and be like, well, there's Edomite men that make this amount of money. But you're a broke buster out here. But guess what? There's heathen women out here that have got the same type of ass and all that you women, Israelite women, be talking about. So what you got to say about that? And they ain't proud like y'all. So what you got to say about that, man? All you Israelite women out there, man, that are faking humility on TikTok. Faking, like, trying to say, oh, I need a man and all this stuff. I need a man and all. Mate, that's not real. That we're not believing that. That's you really believing it, man. And you women are crying on TikTok and that with your babies crying in the background. That ain't even real, man. That ain't even real humility, because if it was, the woman would call up the father of the children. If you women was really humble right? The last guy that you was with, you'd call him up instead of getting all up in other next men's face, trying to throw out a net to see what suckers you can drag in by faking to be humble on TikTok, man. You women that have got children that try and do that stuff, you'd apologize to the father for whatever stupid reason, stupid excuse you made to try and leave him. You would apologize if you was really humble instead of expecting a new guy to take on the burden of you and your children. So we know that it's not real humility because we know, according to prophecy, what level of humility you women are going to be brought to, man. Verse 24, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be a stink, and instead of a girdle of rent, and instead of well-set hair, boldness. Who can say that the Israelite woman's head ain't bold, man? Who's going to say that it ain't bold? Who's going to say that, nah, they've got long hair, man? The Israelite woman is so bold in this society, man, that their hair coming down to their neck, they think that that's actually long hair. They think if their hair comes down and just about touches the back of their neck, to where they can get one of them struggle ponytails, right? That means that they've got long hair. No, it don't, man. That's long in comparison to all the other Israelite women that have had their hair removed for their wicked ass pride, man. And this sounds harsh because it is, because it was done to you to humble you. It wasn't done so that you can buy weaves and then the Israelite women are going back and forth with other Israelite women comparing who's got the best fake hair. Acting like they're better than another Israelite woman because they've got better fake hair in their head than she's got. But if you remove the fake hair, what's under there? Boldness. And instead of a stomach at a girding of sackcloth and burning instead of beauty, man. Now this is the level of humility that's been prophesied. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, because despite what you women think, a war is being brought to this earth, man. And it's gonna take a lot of people away from this earth, man. And if you want to say that, there's already wars going on right now. There's already 2 different sets of wars going on this earth right now. And some of them have been going on for a year plus. For years plus. And still ain't ended, man. And they're going to trickle and turn into wars that are going to be happening with everyone else. World war. Verse 26, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Now, we ain't seeing you women do that right now. So we know that this fake TikTok humility, we're on TikTok trying to throw out a net to get the men that you put on the front zone to try and send you a private message and oh, hey stranger, how you doing, girl? I saw your last TikTok video. I was thinking it's been a while since we talked and we should maybe link up. Nah, man. Nah. That ain't real humility, man. That's fake humility, man. Crying on camera. Crazy as hell. Crying all in the screen. Wiping your eyes. Hoping that some other degenerate woman is going to say, yeah, girl, I agree. Men ain't ish. That's fake humility, man. Verse 4. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, so in the day when these women have really been humbled, man, when their gates lament and mourn, then we're going to see this is the kind of humility they're going to have. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Even the guys that so-called have all of the stuff that you women want, some of you women will kind of, to a certain degree, not say nothing when these men have multiple wives, but then at the same time, you'll still start running your mouth every now and again anyway about it. So that's how we know that the humility is not really yet ready, man. This ain't that humility that you women are faking on TikTok and on these videos that you be putting out there. That's not real. Because this is the kind of humility that it's going to take. This is how low you women are going to have to be brought for the humility to be real. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. So you ain't going to be saying, oh, I need a man. Oh, women, it's not weak for you to allow a man to take care of you, as if they're doing the man a favor. How is it that you women are making out like you're doing men a favor by the man taking on all of your life as a financial burden? How is that you doing the man a favor? How? That's what I want to know. How you women think you're doing the man a favor by him now having to take his money that he might have had to just use for himself, right? But now he's got to take all of that money and worry about spending and taking on your life too? How are you doing him a favor by doing that? I don't understand how you think that you're doing him a favor. You're a joke, man. But this what it says in here is where the women ain't even going to be coming and talking about the man buying nothing for them. So that's how we know that humility ain't real. We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So the women are going to just want to be connected to certain men in general, so to be covered from shame, man. Because they're going to see what life's like for the women that are not connected to men of a certain choosing that Yahweh's made. And they're going to see what life's like for the women that have been selected and that are connected to certain men. And they're going to say, well, I'd much rather join on to that than be cast out there with all these women that are still trying to be on that strong and independent stuff. Because I've saw them get trodden down like the mire of the streets. Micah chapter 7 and verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So you're only going to have a choice to make in that time, man. Fake humility or real. The women that have got the real humility, they're going to potentially end up being chosen by men in that time. But the women with the fake humility are going to get trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. And a lot of these women that are making these TikToks and all this stuff, that's not real humility, man. They're still proud even now they're talking in that. Because they're saying, oh, I need a man now to take care of all my rent and take care of every single thing that I want paid for in my life. As if they're doing a man a favor by saying that, man. I'm going to end the video there. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel.